So it's clear that the situation is very serious. Dexter Tan is hinting, or not just hinting, he's clearly saying that Morozov may not be invited back again. That tells you the seriousness of the subject. I personally believe that Morozov is too big of an athlete, too big of an asset for East versus West to be cancelled just like that. So I don't think it's going to happen. But just the fact that one of the owners of EVW Sports said this publicly, it means they're taking it very seriously. But why did Dexter say that? There has been a couple of new updates since the time I initially recorded this video. So let's first talk about them and then we'll move on to the original video. So Devon almost confirmed, which Dexter had already announced, and that was the removal of Artyom Morozov from the Devon Larratt February left arm match. Devon has said that this match is now cancelled and Morozov will be replaced by Alijan Muratov. And it looks like that match, from Dexter's words, is going to happen in the super heavyweight category and not for the title. Now let's talk about the Instagram account Pull Heavy, which posted a clearer translation and tried to solve this Morozov controversy. So it was about the video which Artyom Morozov uploaded that caused the whole controversy. Alright guys, let me clear the air real quick and keep it 100 about this whole Artyom versus Devon situation. Recently, Artyom dropped a video on his YouTube and it got translated wrong and taken the wrong way. Although I do have some doubts about that because Artyom himself provided the translation on that video. So he knew what he was doing. Even though YouTube translation is already there, he chose to add his own translation. And then it matched with YouTube's translation. Also the AI voiceover done by YouTube. All of the things were matching there. But let's read the post further. So I got to explain something to you. We all live in different parts of the world, different cultures, different mentalities, different words, different slang, context matters. Artyom never meant that he agreed to fight Devon just for the money. Where we come from, we say, if you want to live, you got to hustle. We also say hunger in the eyes. That's the same as saying fire in the eyes. And another one, when a wolf is hungry, he eats it. What that really means is Artyom is injured both arms. One of them was even operated on. Not even a year has passed and he's still stepping up to face a top-tier athlete. What Artyom meant is simple. He's taking this match no matter what. No excuses, no shortcuts, hard or easy, win or lose. He's doing it at any cost because that's how he's built. I don't think this changes anything. It's an attempt to do some damage control on Artyom's part. But these words aren't even coming from Artyom himself. I mean, he could have explained it if he wanted to. But if he doesn't care to explain the situation further, then it means whatever we guys are assuming is exactly what he meant to say. Anyways, now let's move on to the original video. Let's discuss Morozov's recent video which caused all of this controversy. Artyom said that he's not 100%, but he agreed for this super match because he's hungry and he needs to eat. So basically, in short words, he wants the money from the Devon Larratt match. He also said that he doesn't really want this. When he said this, I'm assuming he was talking about the Devon match happening in February, but he said he will try to get in the best possible shape. But as of now, his arm hurts, his elbow hurts, everything is bothering him, he's not in the best shape. Morozov informed that East versus West called him last month and they asked for a December match. But he said no for December and also told them that he can give his final decision in December whether he's ready for the February super match or not. But there was a clause. He clearly said that he wants someone easier, not one of the top guys on the left arm. So we are going to put a lot of blame on Morozov here for obvious reasons. But let's first discuss, why did East versus West offer him Devon? Do they think that Devon is not one of the best guys? I mean, Morozov thinks that, so maybe East versus West thought that if he's saying that Devon is not as good as Vitali or Alijan Muratov or the top guys, then let's give him Devon. And many people are also saying that there is no way that East versus West didn't know that Morozov is not in his peak shape. He will not be able to get into his peak shape by February. It's common knowledge among the fans. So how do they not know it? So I'll have to accept that it's easy to put the blame on just Morozov for being kind of greedy, for going after the money. But let's not pretend that East versus West is also not seeing a lot of money in this match. That's why they were pushing for it. And maybe when they asked Morozov for the December match, that too was against Devon. Anyways, Morozov was saying that he doesn't see anything terrible even with a bad outcome in this match. So even if he gets beat pretty bad by Devon, it's still okay to him. It's just an arm wrestling match. Dexter has said that they will further investigate this matter. They will check if the translation is correct or not. And if it is, if Morozov is actually saying that he's arm wrestling Devon just for the money and he won't be prepared, he doesn't really care about winning, then he may not be invited back.
To translate in English, there could be mistranslation. But if he actually did say what he did say, right, which is, well, I'm actually still injured. I'm not very strong, but I'll just do it because I need the money. Well, guess what? Nobody's gonna buy pay-per-view if they think you're not gonna win. So we're gonna set an example to every athlete out there that you will not be invited back to pole.
So let's discuss some further questions to assess this situation, to understand this situation better. First question that I want to ask, did they ask Morozov about his health? Did they ask him if he's going to be ready or not? I know it's Morozov's job to tell them if he's injured, if he's not recovered, but they can also ask at the same time. Now let's discuss why whatever Morozov is doing is bad for the league. And maybe is bad for himself too. First of all, it lowers Morozov's credibility, his value in the eyes of the fans, in the eyes of East versus West, in the eyes of his opponent Devon Larratt, and maybe in his own eyes. Then it kind of weakens the emotional connection which the fans like to have with the athletes, with the possible outcome, the potential outcome of the match. It kind of kills that. If people already start thinking that Morozov is going to lose, as Dexter Tan said, they may not buy the pay-per-view and it hurts the league. People will say that whatever will happen on that day will not be the true outcome, will not be the true judgment of the level of these athletes. So the rankings can kind of get messed up. People start thinking that East versus West wants profits over athletes' health, which I also said in the beginning of this video. So it is already having a negative effect on the league. And then the fans outrage, as they are already doing in the comment section. They are saying that cancel this match, or most people in my poll are saying that they should postpone this match to June. Don't have it in February. There is no point when Morozov is already making excuses before the match. It's a different thing to make excuses after your loss, but to prepare the fans for your upcoming loss, that is next level BS. I'm supporting Dexter's decision on this one. Morozov should have some consequences for saying that. I've kind of called out Richard Borman too for repeatedly saying that he doesn't train his left arm match. He didn't train it at all before the schoolboy match. No, please do not say things like that. If you don't want to train, don't accept a match. So if they let it slide now, more and more athletes will keep on doing that, and that hurts the league. What are the positives of that? People can say that at least Morozov is being honest. Him just lying about being healthy and showing up in a terrible shape would have been even worse. At least he didn't do that. Morozov gave his left arm to the league while competing. He injured his right arm too during the training. If he's a full-time arm wrestler, if he's a contracted athlete who cannot compete anywhere else, what is he supposed to do? How will he make his money? Did East versus West take care of him when he got injured? Did they pay for the bills? So this whole situation is kind of messed up. It's very easy to take sides with East versus West, and it's also very easy to take sides with Artyom Morozov if you are his fan. Another positive side which the league, Morozov and Devon all may be thinking of is that there can be a rematch so that they can milk more views, they can milk more money out of this controversy, this rivalry between Devon and Morozov. Well, Morozov loses the first match because he was injured, he wasn't prepared, and then he comes back and defeats Devon because he was well prepared this time, and maybe Devon was weak. Then there is a third match. So it's all kind of messed up. Mention your thoughts in the comment section. Please like the video. I'll see you again.